This is not an auto pen, by the way. Which is a big scandal. If that were a Republican, it would really be a big scandal. But it is one of the great scandals of our time. Thank you very much, everybody. And in the truly momentous act last March, I signed an executive order establishing the U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve, as well as the United States Digital Asset Stockpile. And that's all signed up. And with today's signing, we're pushing even further into the exciting new frontier. Just as I promised last year, the Genius Act creates a clear and simple regulatory framework to establish and unleash the immense promise of dollar-backed stable coins. This could be perhaps the greatest revolution in financial technology since the birth of the internet itself. A lot of people are saying that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yes? If you say yes, I'm saying yes. I think it's great that you're involved, I will tell you. Many Americans are...
Imagine investing just $500 today and watching it multiply several times by 2026. While that sounds like a dream, the reality is the fintech industry is laying the foundation for this very possibility. From digital banks to AI-driven financial services, fintech isn't just evolving, it's revolutionizing. With global fintech revenues projected to surpass $500 billion by 2026, savvy investors are laser-focused on key players driving this explosive growth. But with thousands of fintech companies popping up, how do you separate the hype from the real game changers? In today's video, we're diving deep into 5 powerhouse fintech stocks you should have on your radar. These aren't just speculative plays, they're companies with strong fundamentals, innovation-driven growth, and a track record of adapting to disruption. So, stay till the end, because the last one might just be the hidden gem no one is talking about yet. Formerly known as Square, has transformed from a small business payments provider to a multifaceted fintech ecosystem. With Jack Dorsey at the helm, Block has pushed boundaries through its Cash App, Bitcoin investments, and acquisition of Afterpay. Key growth drivers, Cash App ecosystem. With over 50 million monthly active users, Cash App is expanding its reach in banking, investing, and peer-to-peer transfers. Bitcoin revenue, Block has embraced crypto like few others. In Q1 2025, over 40% of its revenue was crypto-based. Afterpay acquisition, this brings buy now, pay later services into Block's portfolio, opening up the global e-commerce market. Financials show steady revenue growth, strong gross profit, and expanding services across personal finance. Analysts predict that Block's holistic ecosystem could make it the Apple of fintech. Risks, heavy exposure to crypto market volatility and increasing competition in mobile payments. Once a student loan refinancing startup, SoFi has now evolved into a fully chartered digital bank and one-stop shop for personal finance. Highlights: bank charter. Unlike many fintechs, SoFi has a national bank charter, giving it regulatory advantages. SoFi Invest and Relay. SoFi's investing platform and budgeting tools have seen significant adoption, especially among Gen Z and millennials. Tech platform, Galileo. Galileo is the engine powering other fintechs like Robinhood and Chime, giving SoFi a B2B revenue stream. With consistent growth in revenue, expanding customer base, and unique vertical integration, SoFi is in prime position for a breakout. Risks, regulatory oversight due to its bank status, and pressure on loan refinancing as interest rates fluctuate. Based in the Netherlands, Adyen has become a global powerhouse in payments, rivaling Stripe and PayPal. What makes Adyen stand out? End-to-end payment stack. Adyen controls the full infrastructure, offering better reliability and lower costs. Global reach. Clients include Netflix, Uber, Spotify, and eBay. Profitability. Unlike many fintechs, Adyen has been consistently profitable. They're also innovating with machine learning for fraud detection and optimizing checkout processes. Analysts believe Adyen is well positioned to ride the wave of e-commerce, digital wallets, and cross-border payments. Risks. Competition from Stripe and PayPal, and potential regulatory pressure from EU policies. Latin America's largest digital bank, Nubank, has revolutionized financial access in regions where traditional banking was slow or non-existent. Strengths. Massive user base. Over 90 million users across Brazil, Mexico, and Colombia. Low-cost operations. As a digital-only bank, Nubank maintains high efficiency. Warren Buffett-backed, Berkshire Hathaway invested $1 billion into Nubank, signaling strong institutional trust. They are aggressively expanding into insurance, investments, and business banking. Their growth trajectory mirrors what Amazon did for retail in the 2000s. Risks, economic instability in Latin America, and local regulatory risks. Upstart is not your average lending platform. They use AI and machine learning to assess creditworthiness, breaking away from the traditional FICO score model. Why Upstart is different: AI-driven underwriting. Their model has shown higher approval rates with lower default risk. Partnerships with banks. Over 30 banks and credit unions use their platform. Diverse loan products, expanding from personal loans to auto and small business lending. Upstart's innovation in credit risk assessment could redefine lending, especially in underserved communities. Risks, sensitivity to interest rate environments and funding constraints. As we look toward 2026, fintech is not just a sector. It's a movement reshaping how we save, spend, invest, and borrow. The 5 stocks we covered today aren't just surviving in the changing economy, they're leading it. Whether it's Block's cash ecosystem, SoFi's all-in-one digital bank, Adyen's global payment infrastructure, Nubank's expansion in Latin America, or Upstart's AI lending model, each represents a powerful shift in finance. But remember, always do your own research. The market is volatile, and while these companies have high potential, every investment carries risk. So, what do you think? Which of these fintech players is already in your portfolio? And which one will you keep an eye on after today? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon for more deep dives like this. Your financial future could depend on being one step ahead. See you in the next video.